What is bad water, and why should you take it seriously with your ELSDs? This is a big topic for me, and I'll try to boil it down to 2 minutes. But water is a constant issue for me with ELSDs with clients all over the country. Water, for scientific purposes, is very finicky. You have milliQ water, you have HPLC grade water, you have distilled water. There's different water sources you can get, but even distilled water can have some turbidity. The ideal water you want to get is milliQ water, 18 megaohm milliQ water. Usually most laboratories have that. You want to freshly decant it into your solvent bottle. Right here is a 1 liter bottle and 2 liter bottles, whatever. Some clients I have protocols where they change their water every 3 days. That's their religious protocol. Some clients I have change the water every 24 hours. However, on the other end of the spectrum, I've had some research and development facilities where their water was a year old. And literally, there's white algae floating in the water, and that's being pumped through the HPLC system into their column, creating turbidity and random spikes and ghost peaks, as people call them, but it's really spikes of these protein structures coming through and causing turbidity and spiking. So I think there's a couple solutions to this. I have a new solution I'm working on, which will be coming very soon, so keep an eye out for it. But before that comes out, the best thing for you to do is to change your water religiously. Change it daily. Every 3 days, depending on where you are in the country. You know, if you're in a more tropical environment, you might find the water goes bad overnight. What it'll do for an ELSD is it'll cause increased turbidity. So you'll start off, you know, with fresh water, and your turbidity with mobile phase only might be at like 100 millivolts with 1 ml a minute of water on day 1. Okay? On day 2, you may come in and you find that your turbidity is now up to 200 millivolts. Okay? So now you're at 200 millivolts at gain 12. And then on day 3, you might find you're up to 400 millivolts at gain 12 with your water. And the reason this is happening, your turbidity is increasing in your water each day, is because life forms are growing in water. Water is a magnet for life. We don't want that in the scientific laboratory. Everybody treats water like it's a solvent, which it is. We take baths in it, we drink it. This water may be drinkable for a week or 2 weeks. However, for an ELSD, the turbidity will be so high that you'll get bad results and interference with your peaks. So water purity is incredibly important for scientific purposes if you want to keep your ELSD running correctly. Now, not all of my clients will change their water frequently like they should, and I fly up there and I look at their water and there's literally things swimming in the water, and it's just really amazing. They don't see that. So we are working on some UV light solutions to suppress biological activity in the water over time, and that'll be used on HPLC systems hopefully in the very near future. But water is a common issue all the time. I mean, I can't tell you how many times you got to watch out for this. So if you're not going to buy a UV lamp, you need to change your water daily. And even if you change the water daily in your bottle, you still have a degasser. Your solvent degasser right here has about 15 ml of dead volume inside. So if your water becomes contaminated and you change the water bottle, you're still going to have contamination inside the degasser. So even though you change the water bottle, once the system is contaminated, you're going to need to sterilize your HPLC channel. You're going to need to run acetonitrile or alcohol through that for about half an hour and sterilize that whole water line. That water channel needs to be sterilized. Then go back to fresh water. That is what you need to do if you run into old water.